narcissus, Medusa, Epasos, Ashalalala, susus, Minerva, and Kubus. I love it when you couscous. Aphrodite, Ventus, Hera, Messi, Carlos, na 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 na, Dusa, 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 Dusa. I love that.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the LG Ultragear TEC Invitational Season 3, powered by HyperX, with Booyah as our broadcast partner. And we are finally back with a banger of a match as well. It's going to be Samurai Esports versus PATEL Esports. And this is a matchup that I'm really excited for. But before we get into the nitty-gritty of this matchup, it's going to be my fellow Thai brother, Praditi, coming on the caster's desk. So how are you feeling about this matchup? And honestly, the name of PATEL Esports, it is one for the books as well.
Honestly, man, Patel Esports, going from a name like Villainous to Patel, they're looking a little bit. In fact, something is happening. I think the change is definitely gonna help them improve a little bit more. And I've seen gameplays from them, and I'm expecting a lot in Samurai Esports. Making that comeback to the tournament. And now I think they got this as well. Both of the names, going through name changes, like
That is for sure. Let's go to the map video screen as we talk a little bit more about what we can expect coming out from these teams, because honestly, we know what both of these teams are capable of. Samurai Esports originally was XTZ, Patel Esports originally was, as you stated before, Team Villainous. So both of these teams, they have a lot of history against one another. Every single time they faced off against one another, let it be the Challenger Series, let it be the Invitational, they just fought tooth and nail. Doesn't matter what happened or what they were going through, they were going to take that fight. And originally, when you look at the track record, it was the side of XTZ, now Samurai, always coming out on top. But that was a long time ago. That was before in season 2 of the Invitational, and now it's season 3. There was a massive break in between, and on the map of Ascent as well in particular. This is a map where the side of Team Villainous, now Patel Esports, sorry, it's really hard to just change up the names when you know these teams for such a long time. Where the side of Patel Esports, they have a lot of synergy on this one particular map, but Samurai, they're just as dangerous if you give them the chance to take it away from your hands.
That's very true. And honestly, both of these teams are so good against each other, I would say. They understand each other and how they play. And we've seen them before. They're like so good with each other. They predict where where they're going and etc. And I'm really excited to see what the two IGLs come up with to outthink the other players, right? It's going to be quite an interesting match to watch. And on the map of Ascent, one of, any team's favorite maps, it's gonna be quite a hard one to predict who's gonna win. And honestly, I don't want to predict because it's gonna be Caster Curse. I know it.
But if you would throw out a prediction, what team would it be in particular? Because honestly speaking, I personally can't choose, but I will give the side of Samurai the benefit of the doubt, because looking at their track record, they as a team, they have a lot of synergy when it comes to every single one of their players. But at the same time, Patel Esports, we know exactly what they can do, but when it comes down to purely synergistic playstyles, I do believe that Samurai Esports, they have that edge. But honestly speaking, Patel Esports, they could catch us by surprise in a matter of seconds. And everything is possible. Now, on the map of Ascent, they're going to be taking this fight head on. And let's see who's going to be able to come out of top.
And so far as the Rexy going for a very aggressive peak there to start off the match right now. There is going to be Dodgy holding down on mid lane. There's going to be the Jet making a lot of noise. Rexy going in aggressive, knocking down Vision to a low HP. There's going to be that. It's just going to molly and block them off. It's just as villainous. Or now PATEL Esports trying for a little bit of a short push at the moment. They're going to be going back to A probably in A long push. It's hard. The first kill of the match and the series right there. Vision going down, and Cruiser God being also very low on the HP as a little bit of a hard start for PATEL Esports.
PATEL Esports with that first member going on down already, and Cruiser God at only 16 HP, no Molotov in his hand to try and heal himself. It's going to be a massive dent to his own confidence trying to go in for a lot of these fights, but at the same time, PATEL Esports, they're still alive, they're still kicking, they want to go in for that, those dodge spots out the turret, and this turret is going to deal a lot of damage with beautiful setup coming out from him one by one. He's going to be able to clean up dodge before he can even see his head. Cruiser God gets tagged one down. It's going to be Hershey with the one, Rexy with another, Rexy with a double dig to the head to clean it all up. 1-0 on the scoreboard for the side of Samurai, and a beautiful pistol run coming out from them. Honestly speaking, Praniti, it felt as though the rotations coming out from the side of PATEL was just a tiny bit too much. They should have tried to force that issue down on that A side immediately when they knew for a fact that Rexy, he was on his lonesome trying to hold that down on his own.
That's very true, and honestly, they looked a little bit confused on what was going on because they got scared the second one player lost his HP completely, and as well as Cruiser God going down very low on the HP, right? So it was like a little bit shaky of a push to go in for an A, but right now, again, the Phoenix going for an aggressive peek down on mid at the moment. There's gonna be that bomb still block on A. They're gonna go for the A push, but Wimp and Sai picking our headshots off of for each other, and the A side is gonna be a little bit shaky again to start off. The bomb is gonna be dropped down, going for an aggressive peek, getting that kill on the side, but Harsh trading him out. Quake as well, trading him out immediately in a 2v3 situation at the moment. There's going to be that turret picking out a little bit of HP from the side of Quake. There's going to be players still holding down on A short as Dodgy just making his way down, and right now aggressive. Like so far, an eco down, losing 2 kills. It's a decent eco down.
That's for sure, but not a successful one, I would say. Personally, the hot hands was present from the side of Rexy to flush him out, but Wimp is like, nah, I don't need that hot hands. I have my gun, I have my ghost, I have those one-tap powers. He gets a triple kill for himself to clean things up. And when he's feeling himself, and he is such a dangerous player if you let him start up. And already with these 4 kills to his name, he's on the top of the board and he is looking strong. But looking at the scoreboard, it's really fun to look at because 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Everyone is following that linear pattern. And Samurai Esports, they're feeling themselves. That round in particular was really smart. And from the side of PATEL Esports, it would have been much more better if they were able to get that spike plant off, but still no harm, no foul. They were able to do a lot. And now here on their first buy round, they need to make things work because Sai, he has that operator, and if that operator is taken away from his hands, this is going to be a massive blow towards the side.
And already Rexy going down in the hands of Gawarong right now. There's going to be Cruiser God. He's just healing himself back up though. A little bit of a solid HP. He's 68 at the moment. Sai going for the aggressive shot on mid, and an op third round is going to put that, Team PATEL's a little bit confidence or morale down a little bit because right now Sai, we've seen him on the op before. He's able to get that control and he's able to get those kills, and right now on as well using the help at side before we even was done speaking. Vision going down to the hands of Sai with that op in his hands. It's going to be Quake with that recon dart trying to clear out. The sprays are going through the smokes but nothing connecting just yet as Quake is going to make for that aggressive push as he loading, but Hart still managed to get that kill onto Quake and no information has gone down. That dodge is still going to be there and holding down a 3v4 situation as a bypass. The side of PATEL is not going well planned. Blackhawk with that backstab kill, getting that dodgy going down as well as Sai getting that kill onto Gawarong with the all. 16 HP, can he make the clutch happen? 1v3 situation as Cypher left alone in the world to survive. Wimp is going to be on that backstab positions right now. CA, aggressive, my bad. And I was gonna ask, like, do you think he was able to save because they're swarming him around? But there it is. Apparently not. So far, what do you think about PATEL Esports, right? What do you feel that they need to do a little bit different? Because I think they're playing a little bit of something along the lines of, like, funnel type stuff, where they're trying to enable their duelist, but whenever the duelist enters, I think he's just going down instantly.
Feels like that as well, personally, in my eyes, because they're second-guessing themselves way too much. It feels as though every single time they opt to go in for a push, they constantly just reel on back and they're like, no, we gotta slow things down. We are taking this too fast. And that's really not going to be helping you out whatsoever. Every single time they're trying to establish that mid control, but no one is trying to establish control on the other sides of the map. And here they try to push in through a one-way. The flash not going in straight through that dark cover, causing a lot of damage on the back end. It's going to be hers though with that classic, being able to shut down Vision almost instantly. Sai, he's hunting for some more. He finds one. He's looking for a couple of more as well. Trying to find out this over. It's going to be Rexy on the other side, being able to find one, but Sai, he's still going to be able to survive. He gets away with that tailwind in hand. Wimp is going to be there on the back end to get a couple of his own shots. And this was a flawless round because, ladies and gentlemen, none of the members of the side of Samurai took 1 point of damage. So their armor is still super healthy. They just need to buy some utility. And buying utility is very cheap in comparison to buying that full armor with those 1,000 credits.
So far, you know, PATEL Esports going down really fast because they're all going for that 5-stack rush. They aren't trying to play that any simple type of, you know, split positions that we were talking about before. But right now, going for that deep push, I don't personally enjoy it, as I would say, with other teams doing it, because PATEL Esports, I don't think compared to, you know, Samurai Esports, they're able to go in for that aggressive push because the other team does hold a better angle and etc. Because there's going to be that Sova as well as Killjoy holding down 2 information players, doing quite hard for that B-side push right now. There's going to be Cruiser Guard with that ult going out, and there's going to be the as well. But he's not going to be able to get a kill as Quake helps him out, gets like a bonus. Wimp right now, there's going to be a free entry to side. Rixie ulting back, going down. Just dodging, getting a kill as well in 3v4 situation right now. There's going to be Sai with that AWP in his hands, going for quite a bit of a kill, but Blackhawk in second. What is happening? Blackhawk with another... Oh my god. Take over.
Blackhawk, he's holding down the fort. He gets a couple before he does get traded out by Rexy. He hears the footsteps. Quake, you're trying to run away a little bit too fast, my man. He pays the price for it, but look at Rexy. He has 2 curveballs in his hands, but he doesn't even need them. Side with that operator coming in down from the side of Speedway, just mowing things down with his operator one by one. The kills have been found. 5-0 on the scoreboard for the side of Samurai. They are just playing it so well. Every single time I look at the team of Samurai, they're just so well coordinated. And I was talking about this before the map even started as well, Priniti, that when it comes to team play and coordination, they're just a tiny bit more well coordinated in comparison to the side of PATEL Esports. And they need to take a deep breath. They need to understand that, hey, what are we doing wrong? We are primarily trying to go in for these 5-stack rushes. We are not trying to establish proper map control before opting to go in for a lot of our pushes. Instead of trying to take aggressive control, we can wait for the enemies to try and make the move before we make our own pushes. But now Cruiser, he's opting to go down towards the side of mid with that Sheriff, and this could be detrimental for him.
Honestly, right now, aggressive. He's looking so strong. Sai just being himself and going in for that aggressive kill, getting that kill onto the other team. Solo, sorry, Jed. But there it is, Dodgy with that peek and getting that kill, and Sexy just trades him out. And Rexy just beats him out immediately. And Dodge just 2 taps right now. 3v3 situation. As Hard's getting another kill right now. This is a player on A short. He doesn't really check in as Wimp does get that kill on a Dodgy 1v3 situation. The IGL left alone to make this happen right now. 150 HP, but he can't get that kill. But no, Wimp has secured another round for the side of Samurai Esports right now, 6-0. The 5-stack rushes aren't the best for them, but they keep trying it. Like, aggressive. Like, if you were in the hands of, you know, PATEL Esports, would you do the same thing? I wouldn't, personally.
Do kind of get what they're trying to do. They're trying to overwhelm the side of Samurai, but at the same time, when you have those when you have those guns in particular, when just you have those sheriffs, it really relies on your raw aiming potential instead of the strat bases, and that first opening kill is just so important. They were able to find it, and they were able to find 2. So this is really fine. Like, I would say, coming out from the side of PATEL, they were able to do a tiny little bit of damage and also get the gun for himself. But looking at the buys coming out of them, they're gonna be really smart and they're gonna be happy. But Sai, what is that positioning? Gurog, he's not gonna be ready for any of it. He gets taken out in a matter of seconds. Beautiful shots coming out from him. And already this is gonna be painful. Sai is like saying yes to him, being like, yeah, I just did that to him. He is gonna be feeling the pain. He is gonna be balding just a little bit, but still. They're holding down the fort, and this is really smart coming out from the side of Samurai as well. They're not being over-aggressive. They know for a fact that every single member coming out from the side of PATEL Esports, they're waiting for that peak to come on in. Just as I was saying, yes, I understand what PATEL Esports are trying to do, but they need to try and force the issue themselves at this point as well. They are allowing the side of the defenders to fester in their own position, and if they opt to go in for that rush, they could be the ones to come out on top. But Sai, He's ready for it. He is not letting them do a damn thing, and this is gonna be painful. But look at Hirsch's positioning. Hirsch is in the prime spot to get this kill off and try and deny this plan. No one knows exactly where he is, and he's able to hold strong, giving away so much information towards the side of his team. And now with the plan going on through from the side of Dodge, Hirsch, he could just get one kill and he can get out in a matter of seconds.
Post-map positions are going to be happening right now, and Vision gets that kill on the side. A revenge off kill is going to be exactly what they need to make sure the round goes on their side. Possibly the first round as the L does go down from the side of Wimp at the moment. There's going to be Dodgy just holding down on back gen, but they are going to be forced to go on that. But they don't know Harsh's positioning, and there it is. Wimp getting that kill on Dodgy with the help of the Omen right there. It's going to be a 2v3 situation. There's going to be the op still out from the sides of Vision. There's going to be that back plan, so you can definitely go for that aggressive double dash or some double updraft. And Dodley get that kill. He accidentally smokes instead, but Cruiser got hit. Managing to secure that kill. Vision getting one, and there's no time. Wimp possibly going down, and he does not make it happen. It's Vision clutching the round for the team of PATEL Esports. What an aggressive, what a play. Honestly, I thought that was going to be a little bit hard, and look at that confidence of Cruiser God already making that plays happen. That was something I didn't expect from this side, like especially the double updraft play. Instead of smoking, I think if you would have just went for that, dagger instead, he would just manage to secure that kill, and you would have been like less pressure on them. But at the same time, he was able to secure the round. That's what it matters. And good round to start off.
I got you, bro.
Also, really good momentum shift coming out from the side of PATEL Esports. Now with this first initial round, they can snowball this into multiple other rounds if they are able to play their cards right. But in the long run, it is quite dangerous as well, because you do have to remember that, hey, yes, we were able to win out on that round, but now we no longer have the loss streak bonus, and you do have to remember every single one of the members from the side of PATEL Esports side in that round trying to secure it. So in the long run, it was not that successful, but still they are going to be happy in the long run. But Quake, with such a beautiful Hunter's Fury, he's going to be able to take the first initial pickup down onto Wimp, and this will open up a lot. Without that kill trade, they don't have to worry about much, but look at the flag, it's going to be Rexy with the first initial pickup straight onto the side of Dodge. And here is where the damage is to be done. No more sentinels for both of these sides. No more flank holders. Nor nothing to watch. But here it's gonna be Rexy with a run it back, trying to find some form of value, trying to find a little bit of information. Does spot out one player onto the side of Hell. Doesn't know that there is a second. They're still holding on down. The spams are gonna be coming on through. It's gonna be Cruiser getting the first initial pick up. It's gonna be Hirsch with a trade. Grung with a trade back from his own sidelines. The damage is to be done already. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a 1 versus 2 situation. Sorry. Quake does get one. Quake does get another. It's a triple kill for Quake, and 6-2 on the scoreboard for the side of PATEL Esports.
PATEL making that momentum happen right now. That's exactly what you need. And so far, with that positioning, so honestly, an awesome play as Cruiser God holds that under heaven play down, right? It was just something that it's really hard to do, and especially when a player drops, you suddenly like panic or etc. But managing to hold that momentum down, get those kills with that solid crosshair placement was something that helped him a lot. And him managing to pick up that kill onto an op such as Psy was also something that we didn't expect. That Psy holding down B main, and there's gonna be that he does get revealed, but he's not gonna go for that aggressive peek, but Vision just peeks him, gets back on the side right there. Kind of aggressive hold, and there's gonna be Cruiser God being on low HP as well as the Omen from their sides, and the ult does go down, possibly going for that positioning in. Blackhawk holding that site alone by himself right now. There's gonna be that ult, so he's gonna go for that play on backside. The information has gone up, and Dodgy possibly get the kill as Wimp as well as the other two players are backside, and Wimp gets the kill. Cruiser God gets a trade back, but no, there's gonna be that 2v2 situation as Vision has cleared the side up. 1v1 situation, 17 HP, and Wimp secures the round for himself. And there it is, folks. The momentum shift did not really work out for the sides of Samurai. For the side of PATEL Esports. The Samurai already making that comeback happen. The second they lost 2 rounds, they were like, no, it's not gonna happen. Honestly, aggressive. What do you feel about right now? How is Samurai Esports able to hold their positioning down? Their rotations are so good. How do you think that PATEL Esports need to counteract it?
It will all really come down to the trades. For example, in the rounds that they were able to win out coming out against Samurai, it was because of those trades. And in this round in particular, every single time they opted to swing an angle, they've swinged it solo instead of swinging it together as a team, and that hurt them quite a lot. And in that last round, we already saw they were able to win out on 2 rounds, but they don't have any money to go in for a buy once again. They had the win streak bonus, they had everything, but now they're forced onto an eco after just 2 round wins. This is primarily because of one thing. All of their round wins were very scrappy, and this has hurt their economy massively. The damage has already been done from the back end as well. well, but Vision just so aggressive. Vision, he actually goes down to the side of him, and he's gonna be able to get 2 pickups for himself. Vision, you absolute mad lad. You're keeping the dreams and hopes alive for the side of PATEL Esports. 7-2 on the scoreboard, and also 3 versus 4 on the map, going up against the side.
Vision just popping heads right now, aggressive. What is going on with the Sheriff and a world against him? He's able to get that kill, and Gowron with that Guardian, is it managing to get that kill onto Rexy inside, possibly holding for that exit frags at the moment. There's going to be that, you know, he has to opt to save that. And the second that Samurai Esports gets a win, but no, PATEL Esports not backing out of this without a fight. The information has gone out. Vision still with that Sheriff in his hands, possibly going for that kill. The noise has been made inside, possibly, you know, right now. He has to hold for that exit frags as much as he can. That means their economy is going to come back. A thrifty round won by PATEL Esports. That's got to be something or else.
He hears the footsteps, goes in for the cloudburst, keeps himself safe, and keeps that operator safe, more importantly. And here is where I do believe this operator pickup coming out from Sai and this save should be able to help him out in the long run, but at the same time, this is going to be quite a painful feat as well, because 3 of their members from the side of Samurai cannot opt to go in for Vice, so this is going to be a save round in the long run. And from the side of PATEL Esports, they're going to be really happy. They have that chance to take it down to a 7-5, a very respectable scoreline, mind you, to go into their own defensive half. And with that Cypher coming on down from their side, they're going to be quite happy as well in that long run, because when it comes to those defensive holds, the Cypher, it will have a lot of potency, especially against that Killjoy, because with that Cypher, you can be very creative with your cages and with your tripwires to make sure you keep your enemies on their toes. But now, it seems as though the entirety of PATEL Esports, they want to be a little bit aggressive here, but look at Sai! Sai, he's ready for everything. He wants to see that head. He's not going to be able to find it, though. They should be able to survive. Cruiser God catching him off guard in a matter of seconds. Sai was not ready for any of it, and he gets punished for it heavily. The operator not getting any form of value. Quite gets one. It's going to be whipped on the silence. Be able to get that kill down on the dodge. Also are going to be raiding on in. Blackhawk tries to get a kill, frantically going in for those right clicks, but he's not going to be able to find much. Cruiser God with a triple kill on the sidelines, and every single one of his teammates just clearing out that B side. Beautifully done from them. And it's going to be 7-4 on the scoreboard, Praniti. And honestly, 7-5 seems like it could be on the cards.
7-5 would be definitely better than 8-4, because it is going to be the magic number, but at the same time more rounds is going to be better, because if they win then another round, if they win the next round, the pistol round in the next half is going to boost them because of the eco round as well, right? So they can definitely come back to an equalizer. So this round matters a lot for the side of PATEL Esports. They can definitely not mess it up, as Vision opts to go back for that op in his hands, and there's going to be an aggressive push from the side of the Phoenix and as well as the Sova on the side of B. There's going to be Cruiser God picking up that first kill on side at the moment. There's going to be that aggressive peek from the side of side, but it doesn't really work out as the ult does go down from the side of Blackhawk. But there it is, Rexy backing him up and getting that kill on the dodgy, which means a 4v4 situation. Trades are constantly happening. There's going to be an aggressive push from the side of A as Wimp gets that kill on the Vision. The offer is going to be down, and Cruiser God does ult. And it's going to be something or else. Yeah, there's going to be that backstab hold, and you think you should be able to get this kill on A short at the moment. Not happening. Aggressive. The hold is coming so well from the side of Samurai Esports, left for a post-man position.
It's really good coming out from Samurai. They understand that, hey, we got those first initial pickups and win every single time through that smoke. They have those lineups. They have everything in their arsenal to get those kills, but Gorong is going to be the one to be the difference maker. He does get one, he does get two. He's going to go to fight so much for his team, but Rexy with that running back, he's able to shut down everyone. Gorong, he needs to try and get this kill. He's going to be able to fight it on the Hirsch as well. Such good parkour, such good mechanics, but it's not going to be enough. Rexy, he has his phone number, calls him up. Here's a ringtone and shuts him down. Well placed headshot coming out from him to take us down to an 8-4. Beautifully done from the side of Samurai Esports. And here, now going down onto the second half, Samurai Esports, they're going to be on that driving seat, because I personally believe with that Killjoy, the attacking half is going to get way easier, because knowing Samurai, they're a very execution-heavy team who loves to go in for rushes.
And they knew how much important that round was for the side of their team. And honestly, you know, making that happen, Rexy's ult was something really useful in managing to get that kill on the first pick. But Gowron almost got that round, which was surprising. If that bomb wasn't mollied by Rexy, an amazing play, there would have been rotations coming in from the side of, you know, something along the lines of repositioning from the side of Gowron. But just because it was mollied, he had a tough time to win that fight. It was almost impossible And honestly, a good play. Rexy making that thinking happen, such a good game to play. And so far, it's going to be a tactical a timeout for right now for the sides of PATEL Esports. But so far from what we've seen, defense side for the side of PATEL, it's going to be something or else. It's going to be hard. So it's going to be something hard to predict on what's going to happen right now.
Yeah, as we go into this half itself, so let's just try and understand what the side of PATEL Esports need to do against the aggressive playstyles that we know for a fact will be coming out from the side of Samurai. They need to try and play a lot more in terms of retakes, because primarily knowing Samurai and how they play, they love to utility dump to get into the side. But when it comes down to the post plans, they don't have as much utility to work with. This is going based upon the track records of their previous matchups. So here is where I hope that the side of PATEL Esports, they did their homework and they understand how exactly the side of Samurai like to play. So in the long run, I do believe that if they're able to adapt on the fly quick enough, they should be the ones to come out on top in their own engagements. But here, let's just watch and see, because both of these teams are ready for pretty much anything at this point.
So far from what I've seen from PATEL Esports, something, they're making the comeback happen. They're trying to get as much rounds as they possibly can, but there is a little bit of a, tougher positions when they're 5-stack rushing. But right now, on defense side, I can definitely expect something of a good hold, because it is going to be an A push, and there's going to be the IGL Cruiser as well as that Sova holding down on A side at the moment. Both players being on the A short positions. It's going to be something, it's going to be a pretty aggressive playstyle from the side of Samurai Esports, and how PATEL hold is going to be quite interesting to watch, because both of the players are going to be watching A short as the information already gone out, as a recon ball did spot giveaway noise. So there's going to be that aggressive push, shock dots coming out, as well as the drone. There's going to be Vision following that drone, Sai following that drone. There's going to be Vision holding down on Heaven at the moment. There's going to be that aggressive dash coming in to check bottom Heaven. It's going to be the Molly going out from the side of Phoenix, and Rexy getting spotted out already with that shock. Can Vision get at least a kill for himself and gets that kill on to win, but there's no more backstab on the side of there's so much happening. I'm so confused about this. It's gonna be Vision managing to pick up 2 kills for himself. The bomb is gonna go down as Rexy. He's gonna get that kill on the Vision. The 4v3 happen. As players are gonna be stuck on each other.
Now one more kill for the side of Rexy. He's able to find a lot to work with, but already the damage could just be done for her. She's just at 6 HP. He gets sacked out so low. He's not going to be able to survive, and Blackhawk and Rexy are there to be that backup, to be those people, to be the anchor of the teams. Blackhawk could be the one to find this kill. Grong, he needs to try and get a gun for himself. He has no bullets, 0 bullets left. He needs to try and go in for a knife. He needs to try and go in for the play. He's going to be able to dodge out the shots coming in from Blackhawk, but he's not going to be able to dodge out the headshot though. Blackhawk toys with his melee. Gorong tries to go for a gun. Honestly, this round was just a clusterfest, Trinity, and honestly,
out of charges.
I don't know what to say. Like, how do you break down this round?
That's just like so unfortunate to happen, that running out of bullets. Like, how many bullets did he spray? Don't you get like 4 clips or something? Holy something, man! What is going on with both of these teams? They're so neck to neck, and they're able to pick off picks from each other constantly in every round. The thing is, we've seen like one flawless so far, and but every time the Samurai Esports is coming out on top, as Cruiser God already making that noise happen, as Blackhawk is going to be holding down on that A position, as he's going to be holding that classic down, going for an aggressive take, but Rexy shuts him down immediately. The twin is going to go down as a push from A is going to be happening. There's going to be that player going into that A push as Harsh picks up that kill on the Quake. The defending is looking a little bit weak, especially because it's going to be that equal round from their side to manage to go for that other play. There's going to be Cyping, tapping on the Dodgy with just Ghost in his hands, and Garong with another on the side. Man, oh man, there's gonna be Vision as well as Galrong left alone, and the second I said it.
Vision, he needs to get this kill. He's gonna be able to find out one. He wants to get that gun, but he's not gonna be able to get it fast enough. Instead, it's gonna be for him to shut him down, shut down his dreams, and also get double digits for the side of Samurai. And now here's where the real pressure begins. It's either do or die. For the side of PATEL Esports, they either take this round or they give away 11 and 4 towards the side of Samurai, and this is gonna be hurting a lot coming out from them. Then they need to be careful, otherwise the momentum could just be going out of their hands. And look at the ultimate charge coming in for Rexy. He already has this run it back, and with this run it back, he's gonna be such a dangerous force with this rush going on down towards this A site.
There's gonna be a player holding down. Phoenix trying to get as much information as he can. The sounds have already been given out. Sai holding that. Vandal down is gonna be something quite interesting as the player is gonna be Phoenix holding down on Generator at the moment. There's gonna be 4 players still holding down on a main. And the ult does go down. A side dashes in. Slowly goes for that kill, and Cruiser God already going down. And there's gonna be that Sai just going into that Generator play, and it's gonna be something hard. Back, and there it is, going into that, getting a little bit too aggressive with something should not have happened. And Blake getting that kill on Sai. There's gonna be that post-man position tap, and the bomb is gonna go down, and the recon bolt has spotted out the other Sova. There's gonna be Heaven play coming in, and post-man positions are quite hard to ask for. Did go out, and the recon bolt. Well, but the recon bolt gets destroyed the second it goes down. Vision, Sent, Whim, Dodgy. What is going on, man?
What?
I can't even finish my casting before these players are just honestly neck to neck with each other when it comes to trading on frags and managing to get that kill. Very impressive. 10-5 as PATEL Esports on a bonus round gets another kill. Sorry, round for themselves.
We need to be watching the instant replay because honestly, even my eyes couldn't catch that fast enough. It was 4 versus 4 on the map. They were trying to get those kills, but those crossfire setups coming out from the side of PATEL Esports, they were just so clean. One by one, the bodies were just dropping because you can already see that with these pushes coming on down from the back, and Dodge just jumped on down immediately with Vision holding down from the side of Raptors. And that crossfire setup was just so beautiful because you have to remember the push was coming down simultaneously from all 3 angles. Dodge jumped down, Vision was holding from Raptors, and also the push came on down from the side of Garden. All 3 pushes coming down simultaneously basically meant that Samurai Esports, they had nowhere to run, they had nowhere to hide, and they were going into the awaiting arms of PATEL Esports. One by one, the heads were popped, and the side of Samurai were taken down. And this is where the real fun is about to start, because with this round now going in the favor of PATEL Esports, they can take a deep breath, they can finally stabilize themselves, and try and take the momentum on their side once again. 10-5 on the scoreboard, and it seems as though the entirety of the side of Samurai, they're wanting to go down onto this B side, and even the ultimate hasn't popped. The Hunter's Fury as well. Go wrong, he's not going to be having a good day, but Vision, he's going to be having the best day of his life.
Getting a kill on the side, which means definitely something of confidence coming in, and Rexy getting that kill on the Vision with that Molly in his hands. There's gonna be Cruiser God hiding, but no one doesn't really mark out. Rexy just goes and gets a 3K for himself. There's gonna be Quake as well as Dodgy holding down and trying to go for that retake. There's gonna be a player A, who's gonna be the Killjoy holding down inside, but backstab here. Let's go back spot out of players. There's gonna be Whip getting that kill at 12 HP left, and possibly getting that kill with that shock bolt was one of the best plays that we expect. Rexy with that curveball in his hands at the moment. That's going to be holding down on close quarters with one player holding backside, and this is going to be 12 HP. Can he make that clutch happen? His back hawk just secures around to the sides. 11-5 right now. Samurai Esports looking a bit strong as Vision leads his board with 14 kills, as well as Wimp, a Killjoy holding it down with 19 frags. Honestly, something very impressive. The coordination from the side of Samurai Esports is so good, and the way they're managing to play around the other team's rotations and cut it off every time, the way they're holding down for backstab, using Wimp's positioning and utilities to hold down or cut any type of backstab happening is very impressive. And honestly, PATEL is having a tough time trying to predict exactly what's going to happen. It's going to be that Phoenix opting to go for that judge play, and the round starts pretty slow.
The teams are opting to go in for any form of rush, but at the same time, some information has been given away from the side of Samurai. One curveball being used on the side of A main is going to give a lot of room for the side of Cruiser to reposition himself and try to find something, but Vision, he's just feeling himself. One knife, Trinity. That's all he needs. He just shoots at once, and he's like, yeah, he's dead. I don't need to shoot that second knife. I know how good my aim can be. Vision, he's just such an explosive player, and especially when it comes to the map of Haven. But Dodge straight through the smoke. He gets a kill down on the Rexy. He's gotta be feeling himself as well. One by one, the entire plan of Samurai Esports are just falling apart, and now, with so many bodies dropped on down, they need to be careful. He's in a prime spot to get a couple of his own shots, but Dodge, he tries to go in for a couple of his own plays. He's not going to be able to fight much, but Whip, what are these shots, man? Whip is just so clean and crispy sometimes. He does find
standing.
so much value.
Spike down
Wim gets
A.
some information for his teammate as well, and
30
Sai with an
seconds
aggressive
left.
push of his own is gonna be able to find another one for
Remaining.
himself. But Gorong, he's still alive. He has a gun in his hand. Maybe he's gonna be able to find some more. 1 HP from the side of Blackhawk, and he's still able to survive and get that kill.
Match
Good
point.
plays coming out from the side of Samurai Esports, but that was the do or die round for the side of PATEL Esports. Them losing out on that, because you do have to remember they opted to go in for that force buy, and now they have no money to work with to try and defend for that match point, to try and fight for that overtime. Things are just gonna get harder from here, and now PATEL Esports, it's time for their do or die. It's either go big or go home.
And honestly, the shots coming out from Vision as well as that one tap's coming in from the Sola, man. What an impressive play. As the round starts off pretty aggressive, the recon bolt has been gone out. The information has given out that the players are going to be mid link as well as mid. As a sounds and the shot and sounds has been made, and there's going to be 2 players going down. There's going to be that option down, and there's going to be Harsh going down as well as Rexy trading him out immediately. Wim through that Hunter's Fury, managing to get that kill on a Vision with no sight whatsoever. 3v5 situation at the moment. 12-5. This is going to be quite a hard round to ask for him. Besides up PATEL Esports, there's going to be that, there's the ult going down, but doesn't really work out. Aside, as well as the Sova are going to be entering side. Blackhawk is going to have the side control, and the information has gone out from the side of Cruiser. There's going to be that flash going out. There's going to be an aggressive hold as Cruiser managing to get that kill in quick. Gaurang as well.
Remaining.
Okay. I think that was a little bit too aggressive coming out from all the members of the side of Samurai. They were like, maybe we're gonna be able to get those kills, but against a Spectre, unless you hit the first initial headshot, it's all but over for you. You're not gonna be able to find much. Wim tries to go in for a kill on the Gorang, but it's not gonna be there for him. Cruzagod instead is gonna be able to clean that up, and some small mistakes and a little bit of eagerness coming out from the side of Samurai Esports do cause them to lose out on that round. But honestly, with this loss, they're gonna be able to reel themselves back and understand that, hey, we were a little bit too aggressive. We need to pay the price for it. And now this is gonna be a semi-buy round coming out from the side of Samurai Esports, because if they go in for a semi-buy here, all their members can still go in for those full buys in the following round. But for the side of PATEL Esports, this is still their do or die. They can get a tiny little bit of breathing room for themselves, but they cannot let their guard down, because if they do, Samurai Esports, they're gonna be pouncing on them in a matter of seconds.
The side control's already been got as Gaurang picks up the kill on the side, but Blackhawk trading mount immediately in the post-man position. Does happen. Vision getting that kill on Rexy 4v3 situation, and Samurai Esports on this semi-buy round slipping hard, but there it is. Blackhawk as well as Harsh getting that kill for himself. Dodgy going for that aggressive 1v3 situation as Gaurang left alone, trying to play it all. 5 bullets left, and he ecoed out, possibly going for the sides of Samurai Esports. 5 bullets, 2 bullets left, and he does go.
Oh no!
Gonna be there. I think it's safe to say that PATEL Esports is not looking a bit strong on this round.
Oh wait!
Oh man, that was very close. And honestly, like, nice try. That wasn't a bad half.
That was super close, pretty deep. This could have gone either way. This could have gone south really quickly, because with that gap coming out from the side of the Killjoy ultimate, things could have gone a little bit more differently if Gorong was able to hit that headshot. I'm just thinking, if Gorong had just had a Phantom instead of a Vandal, what could have ended up in that scenario? It would have been completely different. But in the long run, you have to give it towards the side of Samurai to just be so consistent. And you can already see it that, hey, Samurai, they won out on an eco round. It was an eco round, and they were able to shut down PATEL Esports, and it all comes down to the team play and coordination. Every single time when it comes to eco rounds, and if you're able to win out on that eco, that basically means that you are playing beautifully when it comes to team play and synergy. But let's take a bird's eye view of what happened in this entire matchup, because we have a lot to break down as we go into the LG Ultragear match highlights to see what exactly both of these teams did and what Samurai did better in comparison to the side of PATEL Esports.
So far from what I've seen, I think Samurai Esports had a little bit more coordination on their sides. They were able to go for that aggressive peaks and manage to back up their own teammates when they do make that plays happen, right? If they go for an aggressive peak, if Sai is going for that aggressive off play, there's going to be always a teammate behind him to, help him out if he does lose his life or possibly gets quite a bit of damage done to himself. There's going to be a teammate to back him up, but I didn't really see a lot from the side of PATEL Esports on the same matter. But there is going to be a lot of good things about PATEL Esports as well, and they can definitely make the if they use that exact strategies that they use in this match on the next map, I think they can definitely manage to pull this back and possibly go for that third map positions. As they were able they did out aim a lot of players. It did happen in times of 1v1s because there were some confident plays coming in from the sides of PATEL Esports. I think if they manage to keep that as one of their leverage, where they go in for that aggressive play style, but with the help of their teammates, I can definitely think that they can manage to pull a lot of rounds for themselves when they do go for that aggressive 5-stack push instead of just letting one duelist go in and dash and try to get those picks. Don't you feel so?
Completely agree with you, and honestly speaking, when it comes to raw mechanical skill, like honestly, PATEL Esports, they absolutely astound me. Just look at Vision. That guy was just popping heads like it was nobody's business. He was just playing aim lands on everyone. But in the long run, it is not the individual play that wins out a game of Valorant. It is a team play as well. And when it came to the team play, it was the side of Samurai always being able to come out on top. It was never a scenario where I saw that the side of Samurai did not opt to go in for double peaks or did not opt to go in for triple peaks together as a complete unit. And this is why they were able to take so many rounds off of the side of PATEL Esports. The rounds in particular that I'm highlighting is when it was just a 2 versus 3 or a 2 versus 4 situation and Samurai were still able to come out on top, and this was primarily because that, hey, together as a team, they were constantly going in for those peaks properly, and they were able to shut down these aggressive plays coming out from the side of PATEL Esports in a matter of seconds. Through smoke kills are very difficult if you're shooting through the smoke alone, but if you're shooting down with a teammate at the exact same sight line, doesn't matter if he goes to the left, doesn't matter if he goes to the right, you're still going to be able to find that kill. And the side of Samurai, they did that beautifully. But still, this was just map number 1, ladies and gentlemen. Map number 2 is still there for the side of PATEL Esports to try and bring things back for themselves to go down into a map number 3. But we are going to be taking a little bit of a short break to help set up the players as well as the match, and also get a little bit of a break for ourselves, because we need that water break, ladies and gentlemen. We have been talking for so long. But before we do end things off and go in for that break, I would like to remind you of the deals that we have set up for you down in the description below. If you want to play like the pros with the 144Hz gaming monitors with the 1 ms response time from the side of LG Ultragear, or if you want to upgrade your gaming gear with the latest esports offering for HyperX, you can see it all down in the description below. I have already checked it out. I'm really happy with the deals, and I'm going to order one for myself. So until then, ladies and gentlemen, stick around and make sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell, because we have a lot of games for you coming real soon. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be queuing in for a little bit of a break, and we'll be back with you real shortly with the TEC Invitational Valorant Season 3.
narcissus, Medusa, Epasos, Ashalalala, sisters. Me never a kabubus. I love it when you couscous. Ultragear TEC Invitational Valorant.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen, to the LG Ultragear TEC Invitational Season 3, powered by HyperX with Booyah as our broadcast partner. We are back after the short break as we have set up the second map for the teams, and it is still going to be Samurai versus PATEL Esports. PATEL Esports, they had a little bit of a lackluster showing on map number 1. It was the side of Samurai being able to take it in a very convincing fashion, but here on map number 2 is where they need to stand their ground. It's either go big or go home for the side of PATEL Esports. So let's go into the map BO screen and see where we are headed, Praniti.
Yep. Bind.
And Bind is going to be a really interesting pickup from both of these sides. But honestly, I want to see one thing. It's going to be Gorong on his signature Brimstone. We always are excited to see that on this particular map.
Honestly, Gaurang is so solid on that Brimstone picks. He's like so confident on it, right? He's going across and getting those kills even though he's a Brimstone. He doesn't. I've seen him be so aggressive on Brimstone than like anyone on Jet, to be honest. Like he's such a confident player on that Brimstone. I'm really excited to see. And Sai going back to that Jet, man, op player coming in, and Bind is like such a good map to op as well because there's A Heaven, B Long, there's so many things you can do, and Rexy opting to go for that raise play from a Sova to a raise. That's something to expect, right?
This is quite interesting to say the very least as well, because initially when we were looking at the old XTZ roster, it was always Hirsch opting to go in for that secondary duelist it was Blackhawk opting to go in for that secondary duelist, him picking up that Raze, him picking up that Phoenix when it came to a lot of these matchups. But now Rexy opting to switch out with Blackhawk, now playing down that Raze instead and playing those duelists. It's going to be quite interesting, but look at the pickups coming out from the side of PATEL Esports. They have that Sky, they have that Brimstone, and honestly, you know how dangerous this pickup is going to be. With that Sky flashes and with the Jet as well, they're going to be going in for the Flash and Dash. Not the usual Flash and Dash, but the Sky and Jet Flash and Dash instead.
And a one duelist, that's gonna be like something weird, man. I haven't really seen a lot of teams do one duelist just yet, and opting to go for that Sky is something crazy. We've seen that from other teams such as Team Mahi and GE playing that Sky. You know, we've seen them how well they can control themselves around that Sky and play around that Sky, right? Use that flashes to get as much information as they possibly can. And I've personally seen a lot of teams use it really good. But right now, instead of opting to go for that breach, you know, it would be like a little bit of a weird style to go to, especially because information you can play Sky as, but if you want to go for this flash and dash, it'd be like breach, right? That's what you usually opt to go for. So I'm quite excited to see what PATEL has planned.
Now, looking at the certain composition that the side of PATEL have, and Similarly, as they're starting onto the side of attack, they have all the advantages in the world, but they need to get a lot of rounds on their own attacking half. If they're not able to, this is going to be a massive hit for their side, and with that alarm mode, they're going to be able to waste a little bit more time. The ultimate orb has already been picked up by Sai, so a lot of control has been established, and with this information being given away, it's going to be a mad dash coming out from the side of Vision. Vision, he's trying to go all on in, but he's not going to be enough. Gorong is going to be the one to go in for that push. Dodge just gets one. Gorong gets another. Dodge gets a second. Whipper's gonna be there, still alive and kicking, trying to get a kill, but he's not gonna go to find much. It's already 2 versus 3 on the map side, making his way down from the side of Foka, trying to find something, but with the teleports coming on through, every single member from the side of the attackers are making a fast rotation on down from the back. And look at Dodge, slowly but surely making his way down from the side of CT, 23 HP to work with. Rexy pushing on down from the back, and they know exactly where all the members of the side of PATEL Esports are holding. They're trying to find a couple of the kills, but Rexy, look on behind you because one player is creeping on right there. Sai does get the first and the thing out. Dodgy needs to get that kill, but Rexy with a set, absolutely disgusting flick shot shuts him down. Rexy, what was that 180? This guy just absolutely demolished Dodge and sent him into the next dimension.
Couple of push shots costed him that round from the side of Dodge. You know, that really shouldn't happen when you're going up against Samurai Esports, who was so solid and confident, I'm sorry, with their aim. And honestly, Dodge managing to, you know, whiffing that shots, they had that round in the bag if you think about it. All 2 of them were like very strong in their HP, and Dodge was a little bit weak, but giving him that kill wasn't really the best thing. And where I think Cruiser God as well could have played a little bit of a better angle when he did go for that plant. He could have gone for that aggressive peek when he went behind that triple or etc. He could have tried something along the lines of that, and you know, the Sky could have flashed and helped him out a little bit. It's gonna be a push at the moment as all players are gonna be holding longer. There it is. Harsh already picking up 2 for himself with the help of the Killjoy. Wimp getting a kill on the Vision as it does go very low on the HP at the moment, and suddenly it's a 2v5 situation as no one is gonna be having any cool buys to try to clutch this round out, as the player side is gonna be aggressively going on top of that, trying to get that kill as Rexy secures the last kill for the side of Team Samurai Esports. And right now, flawless round and a 2-0 start, and Sai is on that off right now, aggressive. He's on that off, which means there's gonna be so many heads are gonna be popped right now, don't you see?
That is for sure. Sai is gonna be super dangerous on this operator. In that last particular round, I like the plan coming out from the side of PATEL Esports, but they lack the firepower. And in this round in particular, they have the firepower to go in for a lot of these matchups and a lot of these fights. And look at the positioning coming out from the side of Sai. He's already has his crosshair straight with his operator, making that push down from the side of B-Long, holding it as aggressively as he possibly can. Could spot out the Kate if they're not careful, but instead it's going to be Wimp being able to find that person and something off Sai with that wide thing. Just shut down another. Wimp with such beautiful placement of his traps does find that kill down on the Vision, shutting him down, but Quake from the back end, he's gonna be the one to try and get a kill down on the operator, taking him down already. Rexy, he goes in for the run and gun, and he's gonna be able to find 2 things on the side of Quake's head and 1 body shot to take it down almost instantly. I like the idea of the fake flash, but in that scenario, Rexy, he's like, either I just have to go big or go home, because with that Sky Flash, I cannot play defensively.
And making that bonus round happen, honestly, like, right now Samurai Esports is looking very good, right? They're so comfortable on this map, and being able to use, like, Wimp is on, like, he's on point. His aim is so good, as well as his ability placements such as his nanoswarms are so good and well practiced. Along and the strats that they're using to hold down sites are very impressive. As the right now, Team Milaneso is now known as PATEL Esports. It's gonna go back onto that eco round. There's gonna be sides with that off in his hands. Go for the kill. Crew managing to just peek and one tap and pop his head as Wimp, as well as getting that. What was that shot, aggressive? Holy. And there's gonna be the side control. It's gonna go to the hands of PATEL Esports right now. There's gonna be the players holding down any type of backstab happening. There's gonna be dodging, getting that information as well, and the off is gonna go in the hands of Cruiser God, and we can definitely see what he's gonna be able to pull out as one player. It's gonna be, well, the off is gonna be holding down on B-Long at the moment. There's gonna be that ult going down as players are gonna be exiting out, and actually already getting that kill on the Dodgy, which means a 3v4 situation, and the attackers looking a little bit hard at the moment. There's gonna be Quake as well as Galron going down, and Cruiser God, the off is gonna, honestly, the round ended. Like, the ult that they used pushed the players out, and there was just nothing they could do at that position because all the players were in the site and they were like swarming them, right? PATEL Esports couldn't escape no matter what, and the pushes happened, and they used that as a distraction to manage to get those kills. And right now, Samurai Esports is looking so comfortable on their retakes and their holds and everything. They're just looking so well coordinated with each other and their comms and etc. that they're just, it's really hard right now unless PATEL Esports makes something, different to kind of counteract their play, try to adjust on what Samurai Esports is doing.
I primarily think that in that last particular round, I do have to highlight that Wim, he played that just so well. He did not use the ultimate immediately. He waited for everyone to just get in position from the side of his team. Hirsch on the flank as well. And I do believe that it was Hirsch's call, being like, hey guys, you need to stop for just a little bit. Wimp, let me get in position for myself, because when you use that ultimate, every single one of the members from the side of PATEL Esports, they're going to be funneling in down towards the side of long. And as you just stated, with the pincer coming down from the side of CT, from the side of elbow, and also from the backstab as well, there was absolutely nowhere for the side of PATEL Esports to run. They were going into the awaiting arms of the members of Samurai. But at the same time, that was a very successful eco round, because you do have to remember, on that eco, they were able to shut down the operator before it got any sort of value. They were able to get one more kill further from that. So 2 kills for their side, and also the spike plant, a very successful eco round in the long run. But now, the side of PATEL Esports, they need to put their foot down, because on this 4-0 scoreline, now is your second buy round. Here is where you need to go big. Otherwise, you're not going to have a good enough time when it comes to the following rounds and the following matchups, because if you're not able to stabilize yourself, you're constantly are going to be forced onto those ecos. And even with the loser streak bonus, unless you opt to go in for a couple of saves on 2 of your members when it comes to a couple of the following consecutive rounds, you're not going to be able to find a lot of value. And hopefully on this buy round, they're going to be able to take this win and snowball into further rounds themselves.
Yeah, and honestly, Samurai is definitely looking forward to doing that. And PATEL Esports definitely needs to do something along the lines of, try to go in for that aggressive rush, maybe, try to play. But that's also, it wasn't really working out as the other team. Honestly, they have to somehow avoid Killjoy as much as possible, because the way that the Killjoy is playing from the side of Samurai Esports, it looks very dangerous if you think about it. Honestly, the way that the Killjoy positions his nanoswarms are just like impossible to predict, because he changes almost every round aggressive. And right now, like, I don't know what the IGL is going to think of, but he needs to do something different to just counteract and take this round home, where it's going to be quite hard.
That's for sure. So let's just talk about the ideology of having that Cypher instead of that Killjoy. Primarily, what do you think? What would you prefer more on the map of Bind? I personally like that Cypher, because with Cypher, it allows for much more of a dynamic playstyle on the map of Bind in comparison to the Killjoy, where it's a lot more execution heavy. So, in your opinion, what do you think is better, that Cypher or that Killjoy?
I have to agree with you. The Cypher is definitely something better to be holding down on B side or even A side, because there's so many like different trap wire positions that you can use. But from seeing what I'm seeing from Samurai Esports on that Killjoy, man, I might have to change my opinion and start being a Killjoy main, to be honest. Like, the way he's so comfortable on positioning. But going back to the topic, I think Cypher would be a little bit better playstyle. I don't know, just a thought.
So sure, like, considering the side of the attack, when you have those trap wires, when you have the rotations coming on down towards a lot of the sidelines, because you do have to remember, with those teleporters, the rotations are just way easier in comparison. And I was hoping that, hey, maybe Dodge could be the one to opt to go in straight through, maybe try and opt to go in for a lurk, try and set up his team for a proper rotation, but we're not really seeing that. And hopefully in this round, he's going to be able to come out on top. But I do believe, ladies and gentlemen, there are a couple of technical difficulties coming down from the side of the players. So we're going to be back with you real shortly. But as we are going to be coming on back, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell, because you never want to miss out on the matches that we have set up for you. So until then, bye-bye, and we're going to be back with you real shortly with the game. I think... And just as the break started, we're already done. I do believe that the technical difficulty was done that quick for you guys back at home, so you don't have to wait for too long. But now is where the real meat of this matchup is just about to start. Sai, he's gonna go in real aggressive. He wants to go in for that shot. He's not gonna be able to find that flank, but he gets a lot of information. Two members are gonna be storming him down immediately. The Sky Flash is gonna get popped out as well. Sai, he does go in for an operator shot to try and get that kill, but a beautiful nanostorm coming out from the side of Wim to make sure that Sai has enough time to go in for an aggressive push on his own. But look at the vision with that operator swing. You don't swing that hard with an operator vision. Vision with a double kill. He is he's a man with mission right now. One by one, he's dropping them bodies. Cruiser gets another kill down on the Courage. The damage has already been done. Blackhawk gets tagged down to only 33 HP with a couple of the own wall bangs. Tagged down to 16, sorry. And they didn't even make a run for it. They have no way of trying to salvage this round coming out from the side of 7.
Yeah, and 16 HP, possibly opting to go for that save is definitely what you should do, especially considering that, honestly, the players from PATEL Esports, they made that happen. They were like, you know, we can't give up more rounds. We have to start doing something different, and we need to snowball. And Cruiser God making those picks come out, you know, 2 kills for himself with the help of the team was honestly something really impressive for himself. So just try to involve, you know, the team as together and like create such a chemistry between each other to secure that round. And I definitely saw a more communication style, play style in that round from their sides, and I'm honestly expecting more of this to happen. I'm expecting more like somewhat along the lines of a different like, how do I say this, a split play style, because they do have that aim. All the players from PATEL Esports have the aim. I think they should, if they opt to go for a little bit of a split play style, possibly 2-2, and try to go for that, I think it could definitely work out. What do you feel about this?
Safety's off.
Now, with the first round in their favor, I do believe that with these fast execution heavy rushes coming out from them with that Sky, they're playing the cards right. Normally, whenever you're playing Sky, you do not play her for the intel. You always play her for those flashes and those aggressive peaks. And in the round that they were able to win out, they were doing exactly that, and they were able to come out on top. But look at Dodge, he goes in for those jiggles, but here Wimp is going to be going in for his own jiggles. He wants to go in for those shots to try and shut everything down, expecting an aggressive push, but Wimp, he caught Dodge off guard. Such a beautiful swing coming out from him. Dodge, he was not ready for it. And because of the Peaker's advantage, it was Wimp being able to come out on top. One member already going on down. But look at the positioning from the side of PATEL Esports. They were able to take that ultimate orb for Gorong, basically meaning that now they have that ultimate. But Rexy, he has his positioning prime. He has his crosshairs ready. He knows exactly where the bodies are going to be at. Rexy not gonna be able to hit that shot on the Cruiser God though, and instead it's gonna be the Sova being able to take down that raise, and with the spike going on down onto the side of the shower angle, it is gonna be Cruiser making his way down. Here's the other side, and the Blackhawk
down A.
My God, what was that spray down? He does fight 2, he does fight 3. Blackhawk, what are these shots? This guy from the side of Evan, he does not have a Vandal, he has an operator that is semi-automatic.
Man, this man has the guts of steel, just honestly just going out, getting those kills. Just a collide, I think, that was when he shot from the sides of heaven. Oh, man, that guy is just looking so strong right now. But at Sova is just, you know, managing to get those 3 kills to start off. His side of the involvement towards his team is something interesting in a 5-1 position. And, you know, PATEL tried to create that momentum, tried to go for a little bit of rotations, and tried to go for all of that, but I don't think, you know, they were Samurai Esports didn't want to have any of that and just shut him down instantly. And there's gonna be that split push on the sides of B at the moment. There's gonna be the Sky using her dog to try to clear out on the side, but Wimp is going to get that kill on the vision. More peaks does come in as Wimp secures another kill on man. Puka is going to be down and going for that aggressive peak. Doesn't really realize it's going to be 2 players getting into all for himself, but almost getting up to ace. Doesn't really work out. Sarge is just going to get that kill for him as Quake takes out Wimp, and a 4K for himself, man. Like, what is Wimp doing? This guy is so good, and honestly, he's just so strong. He's so comfortable on his age, and he knows where to peak, and his aim is just godlike in managing to get those kills. It's just very impressive, and it has to put down PATEL on their confidence to enter more rounds to come. Right now, they have to do something to be able to secure more rounds for themselves. Right, because every time they go near that killjoy, I don't think it's looking good for them.
Danger Man number 1 is lightning fast. Danger Man number 2 is gonna be whip, ladies and gentlemen. But already the bodies are gonna be piling on crazy with the grenade. He just painted them all in. They were not ready for it. The grenade just placed so beautifully to get that double kill. He doesn't need players to trade him out. He only needs his grenade. 145 the head of side. Bad Deagle not serving correctly for the side of Cruiser God. He does get taken on down, but that is going to be a massive hit for their side. It's going to be Hirsch on the back end from the side of A Short, being able to get the first initial pick on Quake, and he wants to try and get this kill, but he's not going to be able to find a beautiful white swing coming out from Hirsch. Going past a crosshair of one side with a massive swing of his own, gets his revenge down on the Cruiser God. 145 is something that has to be heard in Cruiser. Because when you have that Sheriff at that range, you would expect it to be a one-shot, but honestly, when you are considering Riot, they're like, nah, this gun is way too strong as it is. Gotta make it 145 at that range.
Yeah, that has to, hurt him a little bit. I definitely think it did. But so far, but he has that, aim. He can definitely make those plays happen with the help of his team. I don't think PATEL is doing that at the moment, where they're trying to use their team's coordination, possibly go for that double peaks, because every time I'm seeing something along the lines of one player getting caught off guard, and it's something you don't need, especially because you're fighting a team such as Samurai Esports at their caliber. It's gonna be, you have to do something a little bit different than the other teams to try to clutch it out. There's gonna be 2 players holding down on Hexagon at the moment. There's gonna be that out coming in from the side, and Dodgy getting that kill on the whip at the moment. There's gonna be Harsh trading him out immediately in a 4v4 situation as Gowron getting a kill for himself. There's gonna be Harsh holding that little corner down inside, but Gowron's gonna go for that aggressive beat, getting that kill on the Harsh, which means a 4v2 situation as Samurai Esports is looking hard for that repositioning at the moment. There's gonna be Rexy going for the aggressive beat, getting that kill on the Vision. There's gonna be the 3v2 situation. They all just go down. No more saddles left. Goes for that kill, tries to get that kill, but Gowron taking a 3k for himself. 1v3 situation at side. Gonna get tapped away. Has a little bit of low HP, going for a couple of wall backs. Going to work out in 1v3 HP. There's gonna be that. Going out and goes for that kill. A fake dash comes in, tries to go for that kill on Quake. Doesn't really work as Cruiser gets that aggressive peek and goes and gets that kill on his side. And a 7-2 on the scoreboard, and they're able to pick up one round every here and there, right? They're able to pick up those rounds here and there, but they need to make that a little bit more consistent. How do you propose that this team makes it a little bit more consistent?
I do believe it all really comes down to the fact of the Sky. Whenever they are trying to utilize the Sky, they're not opting to use her as an agent that is just setting them up for a lot of the plays. They're using her much more for information. For example, using the walls, using those flashes, not to push down into the side. Instead, they're playing it way too slow. They're playing it way too defensively. Instead of using those flashes to just be like, go, 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 you need to be rushing on in. And when you have that one singular duelist going onto that operator, you have no form of entry down onto the side, and that is going to be a massive dent for you. But look at Dodge. He gets a first initial pick up down on the whip, takes his hat off and says good day to you, sir, as well, revealing the last known position of all the remaining defenders. But now your smoke has gone down from the side of the attackers. This is going to be a massive dent for your end, but the 40 Scoot has been fighting on up. She's actually going to be able to get that kill down on the one before he gets taken down himself. The shots are going to be going on down. Dodge gets a triple kill with a crab walk as well. That is going to be so huge for the side of the attackers. PATEL Esports, they're still going to be in it. The heal is going to be present from the side of Quake. So Dodge is now back to 100 HP down in this 3 versus 2 situation. As the side of Samurai Esports, they're going to be opting to go into the the retake scenario.
And it's gonna be that going out and back out, managing to get that kill with the use of his recon ball, tries to get that kill, and right now Vision is gonna be holding down Hook up with that wall off in his hands, and Blackhawk just wall backs. That's all he's doing. The wall hacks are coming in and getting that kill with that Sova recon ball. Honestly, such an impressive play, and Blackhawk getting that kill on the Dodgy right there. Such a good retake, especially because the player did have a AWP in his hands. It's something that you do not want in a retake position, but Blackhawk using that and managing to get those kills, honestly, such an impressive play.
Out of charges.
And the retake was just massive, and losing that round is gonna put PATEL down in such a low, a kind of mental game, because this game, we talked about it before, is all about the mental stability. And so far from what I've seen from Samurai Esports, it's just, man, oh man, they're just so much, now how do I say this, coordinated compared to the other team, where Blackhawk takes that initiative to make that recon bolt happen and makes those kills happen. And honestly, such a good retake coming in from the side of
Revealing
Samurai
area.
Esports.
PATEL Esports as well. They're playing it way too defensively sometimes, and they're paying the price for it. Fishkin, he wants to go in aggressive, but he does not find a headshot. Instead, it's gonna be Black Ops with a well-placed shot of his own. He takes down one. Rexy takes down two on his own accord. Beautiful plays coming out from the side of the defender side with the operator holding it down hard, holding it down strong. Cruzergov gets spotted on out. He doesn't know where to look. He expects the push to come down from the side of Lance as well. Instead, it's going to be Hirsch with a bullet straight on the back of his head, taking him out. 9-2 on the scoreboard, ladies and gentlemen, for the side of Samurai Esports. And here is where I do believe that the side of PATEL Esports are going to be second guessing themselves every single time we are constantly talking about this. That when you have the double initiator composition, yes, you throw out that recon bolt, then maybe throw out the sky flash behind the recon bolt to just, you know, add a little bit more emphasis to try and get that recon bolt set up a little bit better. But it's just not that present. It feels as though the coordination coming out from the sky and the jet is just not there.
Aji just making that one-tap tap and getting that kill on an early kill, such as the Blackhawk just going down inside, getting that trade back on to Gaurang at the moment for a situation. And the pushes are going to be a little bit slow as the sides have been changed so far, or I hope so. No, the sides have not been changed, sorry. I'm a little bad at math. And there's going to be a little bit of a slow push coming in from the sides of Samurai Esports as Rexy does get that kill out of vision right now. He's going in for a really aggressive push onto the A short. There's going to be that information, and with that Guardian in Sand, can he manage to get those kills? He's just going to run away aside. It's like and a 2v4 situation. He just ran away. He was like, I'm not having that. I'm not going to go up against the Wupon right now, and Harsh managing to get that kill out of Quake and Showers. Cruiser God left alone against the world. Can he make the clutch happen with the Guardian in his hands? I think it's safe to say it's going to be a little bit of a 10-2 situation right now. Going into defense, I don't know how PATEL can make that comeback happen.
Consider Cruiser God, especially when he spots out the gun. He hears the footsteps as well. Rexy is trying to hunt him down. He's like, you ran away from me once. You're not gonna run away again. He does get spotted out by the operator coming out from the side of Sai. He's not gonna be able to get that kill, but he's actually gonna be able to get that kill down on the one. Cruiser, he's gonna make this happen. The one taps are supreme. Cruiser God flexing his biceps real hard. He's gonna be able to get those 2 taps off. And here, this is very much possible. Have I ever told you the tale of Cruiser God being able to find those 2 kills? If he found that kill, this would have been perfect. He was not able to find it. And with the paranoia coming on through from the side of Whip, he was not able to shut everything down. He nearly made the impossible happen, ladies and gentlemen. Down in that 1v4 with just a Guardian, but one shot miss is a missed opportunity entirely. Good try coming out from him, but still, it's going to be Samurai Esports being able to take us down to a 10-2 scoreline to end off the first half.
Honestly, man, what just happened? He was able to pop those heads with that 180 as well as go for that aggressive peek on Heaven and get that kill, right? Those were such a good shot coming in. I think if he just managed to keep his ground a little bit more, I think he would be able to get another kill as well, but a little bit of a missed shot cost him that. But it's fine, right? Right now, 10-2, not the most stable rounds he can go up with, and they cannot afford to lose this eco round, because if they do, the pistol round, because it's going to be really hard. And right now, Quake making that aggressive positioning, such as the A short, going out aggressive, and Sai already managing to pick up that kill is going to cost the team of PATEL Esports very much. And Gouda with that classic in his hands, going for that aggressive peek, managing to get Sai down very low, and the molly to just back him off. It's Rexy getting the kill on the vision. There's going to be Gouda getting a kill on the win, but Blackout's going to straight him out immediately in a 4v2 situation. This is going to be quite a hard ask from the sides of pistol round. There's going to be there's going to be that Sai very low on the HP at the moment. There's going to be Cruiser God on the backstab, and he couldn't possibly get this kill as he did come out, and Cruiser God managing to get that kill. The 2v3 situation, nothing doable is dodgy. He's going to be spotted out by that recon ball. There's going to be Rexy holding down onto the showers at the moment. There's going to be possibly, any tags going out left and right. There's going to be not, but there's going to be the flashes going out, and Cruiser God making that backstab happen. It's going to be something hard to ask for. A retake. It's going to be quite difficult.
Could be dangerous from their side, but look at Dodge. He does get the first initial pick off. He's trying to look for a couple of more, but first, he's just ready. He has that classic train down his body. One swift right click to take him out in a matter of seconds. And Rexy with 13 HP, he's going to be able to survive. He gets the kills for his team. He gets them the entry down into the side. Beautifully done from all of their members. And you have to give it to the team playing coordination coming out as well. Blackhawk, as soon as he throws out that recon bolt, it is Sai already opting to go in for that dash. He doesn't wait for it because he knows for a fact that, hey, as soon as that recon bolt is going in through that arc, it basically means that, hey, I can go in for an aggressive dash, and immediately when I go in for that dash, I'm going to be able to catch one of the members from the side of from the side of PATEL Esports, sorry, off guard, and he was able to do that beautifully. He got the information that Gorong was present down onto the side of Limes. 2 members that swarm him down immediately, get that kill off, and basically the entire side is theirs now. Because with no Gorong, they don't have the sim beacons, they do not have the smoke to try and hold down any sort of a further push. So here is where losing out on the pistol round is going to be so detrimental. Because when you lose out on that pistol round on a 10-2 scoreline, you're basically going to have a really hard time trying to go in for a comeback, because a lot of weight lies on that one singular pistol round. And now on this 11-2, one more round away from match point for the side of Samurai Esports. It's either go big or go home. And I do believe coming out from the side of PATEL Esports, they could be opting to go in for Force by Iron.
Yeah. And so far, I think it is going to be a little bit of a technical pause, probably, discussing some stats, because they definitely need to, as this is going to be one of the most difficult rounds of the tournament. Right now, they somehow, PATEL Esports has to win this round to make sure they still stay in the game. If they do lose, it's going to be very hard, because they're going for that semi-buys. With Cruiser God going for that SMG, as well as the other plays going for that Sheriff plays, they have to somehow make this happen, or it's going to cost them so much as they go into the next round, because that's not what you need when you go into match point, and you're gonna have that equal buys is not something you need right now. Either right now they have to give up the round and play for that aggressive play, but go for the semi buys and win the round. And I think definitely that's what they're going for, as Dodgy picking up that Sheriff from his side, trying to go for a couple of wallbang kills. Doesn't really work out, as Cruiser is gonna be holding down a B side with the help of Dodgy. There's going to be that bomb dropped in A at the moment. There's going to be 2 players, as well as the drone trying to clear out as much as possible. The A side is going to be cleared, and there's going to be the jet dash coming in from the side of Sai, and the the positions are going to be coming out and trying to clear out as much as possible. There's going to be Gaurang holding down with that classic in his hands on the sides of Lamps. There's going to be that headshot coming in. Sai does go down. There's going to be that 4v5 situation, as Harsh is trying to look for as much of trade as possible. He's going for that aggressive lead, and Rexy making that trade happen, getting that kill on the Cruiser, which means the 4v4 situation. Blackout getting another kill on Division. It's gonna be quite hard to ask for a 2v4 situation on A. Go down. Harsh getting a kill on the go round 1v4 with Quake left alone with the Sheriff in his hands against the world. Can he make the clutch happen? As he's just gonna get tapped away with a double headshot from the side of Harsh, and the semi-buy round looking very hard. And another just a match point for the side of Samurai Esports. To ask for a comeback right now, so difficult.
Very much possible though as well, considering the track record of the side of PATEL Esports. It could happen, but it's gonna be really hard for their side, and a really hard ask as well, because considering a lot of the matchup, I understand what they're trying to do when it comes to the double initiator composition, but in this particular map you require a lot of firepower as well, and when you don't have that raise, you lose that stall potential that you would have had with her. One of the members from the side of PATEL Esports, they really needed to pick up that raise, and now that they don't have it, they're suffering for it as well, and they need to be careful, because every single member coming out from the side of Samurai, they're making their way down onto the side of B-Log, and Cruiser, he could be having an amazing day if he hits the headshot, but if he misses it, a lot of angry members are going to be hunting him down, and already his positions have been revealed. The shotguns are going to be raining on it, and so are everything. But Cruiser with a repeat is actually going to be able to get that headshot down with Rexy to take him out. Rexy's bootbot with its last time friend is going to be able to take down Vision. What is happening, Trinity? All of the players, they're going everywhere. They're going left, they're going right, they're going side of the TP as well. But Sai, he's ready. He's holding it down. But every single member from the side of the PATEL Esports, they know that Sai, he's still holding down, maybe from the side of B.
Yeah, but still making that positions happen. Black Eye already getting a kill on a dodge, and the retake positions are gonna come out. It's gonna be way hard to ask for. Spade gets a kill on a Black Hawk. There's gonna be whipped to stopping him away as Gowron gets a kill and trades him out. 2v2 situation. The bomb is gonna be down, and no time to try to play this as slow as possible. Right now, Archie's gonna get that kill on the Gowron side. Crows of God, the idea left alone to clutch the situation out. There's gonna be a player on showers, but no, Sai just taps away, and the match goes to the side of Samurai Esports. Just flawless gameplay coming in from their side, and honestly 13-2. Man, good try from the side of PATEL Esports, but just today, not the day for them, but making that games happen, possibly trying to go for that comeback. Definitely something we didn't expect, right? They were able to keep every round neck to neck. But the thing is, every time the other team just came out on top. It's something you don't need, especially because you're taking a lot of 1v1 pushes and plays, but at the same time, nice try, and honestly, Patel, you just need a little bit more coordination with each other, and I think you guys got this. And Samurai Esports just honestly, man, insane gameplay.
Vision, he did have a pretty much of a rough showing in comparison to map number one. He just popped the hell off on Ascent, but when it came to mine, I do believe it was a little bit more lackluster. But we can talk a little bit more about this as we go into the LG Ultragear match highlights to try and break down not just this map, but the entire set. Now, let's just talk about what exactly happened in map number one that did not happen in map number two for the side of PATEL Esports. And this is just primarily one singular thing. It was the composition. Not having that second duelist puts a lot, and I mean a lot of pressure onto the shoulder of Vision. And Vision as a player, he likes to play a little bit more further back. And whenever he is playing aggressive, he has one of his team members to go in for that flash and then set up for him. And when you don't have that raise in your arsenal, when you don't have that proper flash coming out from Wake, Vision, he will just feel a lot more claustrophobic. He needs to be the one to enter down into the side, but with that operator, he cannot opt to go in for that entry. It's going to be very rough for him, and the flash setups were just not there. I understand the basis of the composition, but when it came down to execution, it was just not there at all, and this is going to be hurting them a lot. When it comes down to compositions in the game of Valorant, sometimes you need to opt to go in for that something that is more comfortable when you are playing together as a team. Because if you want to go in for meta, you need to know how to execute down with that certain composition. And whenever you're going in for this double initiator of Sky and Sova, it's very execution heavy. And if you do not have the practice put in to use this certain composition, you're gonna have a very rough time against a top tier team such as Samurai Esports Caliber.
Honestly, you took the words right out of my mouth. Aggressive, the way that they played, honestly, such a good they just had the coordination against each other, and they were able to win those 1v1s, even 2v2s, honestly, almost every time they did get that aggressive peak from the side of PATEL Esports. And honestly, Samurai Esports just came out on top every time there was any kind of fights happening. But so far from what I saw from PATEL Esports, they definitely have the potential to go more and go higher. But so far, them not being able to get this match, it shouldn't really lower their morale, because I think they just had a little bit of a bad day, honestly. And I think on the other days and the other matches I've seen so far, they were so good. They were honestly very impressive. But just today, I don't think it should really lower your morale, and I think you can definitely make it happen the next time you do come back, and you're not gone just yet, right? You definitely have more chances to come back and make those plays happen. But so far, from what I saw, pretty impressive from both the teams.
That's for sure. Samurai, they are going to be moving on up into the upper brackets, and it is going to be the side of PATEL Esports going on down into the lower brackets. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is not the end of the road for the side of PATEL Esports, because you do have to remember we do have that safety net of the lower brackets being present, so they can fight on through from the side of the lower brackets and take that revenge story against the side of Samurai Esports. We all love a good revenge story, but for now, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be the end of all the matches that we have for you today. But before we do end things off, finally, I would like to remind you of the links that we have set up for you down in the description below. If you want to play like the pros with 144 Hz 1ms gaming monitors that are brought to you by LG Ultragear, or if you want to upgrade your gaming gear, beef up that setup with the latest esports offering from the side of HyperX, you can do it all with the links that are given down below in the description. Amazing deals that have been set up for you, custom made, so that you can grab the best gear and the best bargains as well. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be signing off. It's going to be me, Aggressive, and Priniti taking a little bit of a break, and we're going to be back with you tomorrow with a lot more games for the LG Ultragear Esports Club Invitational Season 3. See you.